Shiur is dedicated to Nishmas Rachelea Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi.
You know, Rabbi Isaacson, you may notice that we are not in our normal confines. We are in a very special place. We are, in fact, hosted by a very special yeshiva called Yeshiva Leva Torah. Thank you. Thank you. We arranged it, so I looked and I based it based on what is the best item on the menu in the calf. And so today I saw Sloppy Joe's. Thursday night is usually a winner. So hopefully we will be here more times in the future. It's very, very exciting to spread around the Torah and to yeshivas. I appreciate it. And hopefully their exuberance, their youthful exuberance will rub off on you, I'm hoping. And we'll get a really good shiur here this evening.
Beautiful energy in the room, beautiful Talmidim.
Yes, they look very clean cut, I want to add.
Indeed.
What's the topic, though? What are we discussing today? I hope it'll be relevant to them.
So we want to do something real practical.
Okay.
That's good for Shavuot Chol Nefesh for everyone.
Right.
And we're going to learn Hilchos Muktza today. In depth, a lot of practical applications, get a real conceptual basis of Hilchos Muktza, and also get down to brass tacks, real halacha l'maisa as well.
As far as I know, there's only one thing that I can think of that's Muktza in my house, and that's the X-Wing fighter. This X-Wing fighter is Muktza in the sense that it has bells, it has whistles, and it has lighting. It was always a classic when I was growing up, and it's one of my favorite toys of all time. Could there possibly be anything else that you consider Muktza?
It could be. Let's start from the beginning. All right, gentlemen, and people in the audience, there are two main categories of Muktza on a very broad level, and they're very, very different. One we're going to call Muktza Machmas Gufa. Is referring to something that is not a kli, not a vessel, has no inherent use, things like rocks, sticks, stones, and the like. Muktza Machmas Gufa. That's category one. The other category, broad category of Muktza, is what we'll call the Yisr of Tiltul Kalim. These are vessels, and these vessels have a prime prohibited function. Classic example, things like hammers, pens, and the like. It's a kli, a vessel that has a primary usher function. Very different categories, different halachos, and when you have those two categories in mind, when you ask yourself, is this Muktza, is it not Muktza, the first thing you're going to ask yourself, is it a kli or is it not a kli? I want to just tell you one thing that's very interesting.
Okay.
When I learned Hilchot Shabbat, I spent 2 full years of my life learning Hilchot Shabbat, about 6-7 hours a day, 2 whole years. There are about 100 simanim in Shulchan Aruch in Hilchot Shabbat.
Right.
We covered Be'iyun in those 2 years, 30 out of 100. And when I learned Hilchot Shabbat in depth, the more I studied Hilchot Shabbat, the more I came to realize that every single Shabbat, people are violating Isurei Doraisa, Isurei Drabanan, potentially Isurei Kares, every single Shabbat.
Not yeshiva boys like these.
Even yeshiva.
Hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Then I started learning Hilchos Muktza, which is found in Siman Shin Ches in Shulchan Aruch,
okay,
and a few simanim after that. And Hilchos Muktza was the one area where I thought everything was aser. And the more I studied Hilchos Muktza, the more I realized more and more was mutter. The one area where I found that to be. So by studying Hilchos Muktza, you'll actually see, I could do that, and I could do that. Oh, I knew that was aser, but I have certain kulos that I didn't really know existed.
Now, you took me a step back. I want to take you a step back even further.
Oh boy.
And that is, you started talking to me about vessels, non-vessels, Muktza, things that are inherently Muktza. But what, pray tell, is Muktza altogether? What are you talking about?
I bet you, if you survey 100 yeshiva boys, ask them what is the real definition of Muktza, I would bet a lot of money that either 99 or 100 would not know.
Well, let's just say...
I didn't guess the following question.
Okay.
Is Muktza a noun, or is it...
Well, let's make a deal. How about you don't ask me the question, and then we won't ask them, and hopefully everybody will be safe if you could just tell us what you're talking about.
Fair enough. Okay, a Muktza, the Mishnayos Masechet Shabbos say a Muktza is a place. It was a place in the recesses of the yard where they would store the things that they were not interested in. That was the Muktza. and then because you're putting things away that you're not going to use on Shabbos, the verb developed, a person's mekatze das. He removes his mind from these objects, and once you remove your mind from these objects, so then you're not allowed to use them on Shabbos because you've stored them, you put them away for Shabbos. Muktza is really, in the original language in the Mishnah, is a noun. It's a noun. It's this place where you put things away that you weren't going to use. Colloquially, Muktza, we all know what Muktza means, things you cannot handle on Shabbos.
Now, can't touch or can't handle?
There is, boys, there is a heter of negia.
What are you talking about?
Negia is mutter. Touching Muktza without moving Muktza is permissible. It's permissible.
Really?
The Isser is tiltul Muktza, to move Muktza.